What's up everyone, Vu of Vu Films, and I'm back with another idiotic video for you to watch. And this idiotic video is finally brought to you at my incomplete renovation of my new home, but it works fine as a YouTube studio because as you can see right there, I have a tube doucher light attached via magnet to my refrigerator. So all you need is a nice colored RGB light to become a true YouTube douchebag, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now in my home. With that being said, today's tube doucher video is about a diffusion filter, much like the most popular Tiffen Black Pro Mist that I've made videos about. A bunch of other tube douchers has made video about, and hey, I admit, I abuse diffusion filters like an Asian kid gets abused by his parents if he gets an A- on her report card. With that being said, today I want to talk about a diffusion filter that I just recently picked up, I started using. And this diffusion filter I want to talk about today is the Freewell Mist filter, not to be confused with the ND mist filter. This is just straight up mist, no ND filter, just mist filter. And the cool thing about the Freewell Mist filter is because, as you know, Freewell is known for their magnet filter system. So this is the Freewell Diffusion Mist filter attached to my 85mm Sigma DG-DN. DN stands for D's Nuts lens. Those of you who have a problem and think DN stands for D's Nuts is played out, well, I want to let you know something. Your mom made a huge mistake giving birth to you. So with that being said, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for your dad. I feel bad for your grandparents and your whole entire family because you should not be here in this world. I'm just kidding. Moving right along. So the cool thing is this filter comes with not only the actual filter that is a magnet system, the lens cap is magnetized, so you don't have to fiddle around with the lens cap that comes with the lens falling on and off, not fitting your filter. You know that you're gonna have a nice lens cap, and in my opinion, this magnetized lens cap is way better than any lens cap you get with your lens. And then the filter itself right here can be removed via magnet, and it's a very high quality filter. It feels really good. Thinner than the well-known Tiffen Black Pro Mist, but it is connected to the actual magnet itself. So all you have to do is twist off the magnet portion like so, and then you can twist it back on like a standard loser filter. As you can see, I'm having struggles just twisting on, but then you can just take it off via magnet. Matter of fact, right now on my 24mm GM lens that I'm filming with right now has the mist filter on it. And if I want to take the mist off, I just simply take it off. And as you can see, this is probably a lot less bloomy. The light right there in the back, it should be less bloomy. I got the 1/8 filters. I don't generally like doing 1/4 because it might be a little bit too bloomy for my taste. However, in this situation, so what I usually use is 1/8, so I got a bunch of 1/8 ones. And as you can see here, without it, these lights, hopefully, you can see is less bloomy. And when I put it back on, with a magnet, very quick, it should be more bloomy. And as you can see, there's not very much of a color shift when I put the filter on, so that's good. So it should be more bloomy like this, less bloomy, more bloomy, magnet, bam. Right on, ready to go, ready to rumble. Anytime you need to put the diffusion filter on, it is like that. Anytime you want to take it off, it's like that. No fumbling and twisting around. You can use it on multiple different lenses. It's a fantastic system. I love it. I prefer it over the Tiffen, or any other filter where you have to sit there and screw on. You know what I mean? So I had the opportunity to film 2 weddings this past weekend using nothing but the Freewell Mist filters. And to be quite frank, I bought 2 of them myself. And as soon as I got them, I'm like, yo, this is awesome. I got the 82mm and the 67mm mist filters from Freewell. And I said, hey, you know what? This is awesome. I love this magnet system. It's built well. It looks great. I really want 2 other ones to use on my other lenses. So I actually reached out to Freewell and they sent me 2 additional ones, a 62mm for my Sigma 65 DG-DN, DN stands for D's Nuts lens, and a 77mm, which is the one I have right here, on my 85. So I have actually 4 of these filters, total different sizes for me to use. And that's just how I prefer it. I prefer to have a uniform size, to my lenses, where like if I had like a step up ring, it's gonna be all bulky, it looks bad, it doesn't fit well in my camera bag, things of that nature. So when I can afford it, I like to have different size filters for all of my different size filter thread lenses. Make sense? With that being said, my experience filming with the Freewell Mist filters this past weekend was fantastic. Everything turned out great. The footage looked great. It gave me the look that I was looking for. It softened the slight perfections of lenses these days, especially the new mirrorless glass made for photography that we are all using for videography purposes. These lenses are super sharp, all right? There's no imperfections to them. There's very like low imperfections in the images that all of these new lenses produce. These Sigma lenses, the GM lenses, they all produce fantastic images. And a lot of times in filmmaking, you want some type of imperfection. In this case, some diffusion, some bloom, some softness to your footage. That's why, everyone always touts black magic and all these cinema lenses that have such nice, soft, pleasing filmic imagery, this cinematic look. Well, a lot of times that look is just because their lenses that they use are those nice cinema glass, whereas a lot of us guys who use Sony A7S IIIs, A7 IIIs, or even for a lesser extent, other douchebags that use Canon, we all have very sharp lenses that a lot of times we have them because we like to do photography and videography at the same time. And so if you want that more soft, diffused look, you have to put these mist filters on. That's what I do for all of my films to make them look more filmic, or it just looks nice. It just looks proper. It looks nice and soft. It works really well for weddings. So that's why I like to use the diffusion filter, because it looks like what you see most of the time in cinema. You see bloomed highlights in the movies when you watch. You don't see these hard lights in the back. This is probably not the worst situation. I am shooting f1.4 right now, so maybe that helps. But the diffusion filter definitely helps blooms those highlights a little bit, definitely softens those sharp details from these clinically, technically sharp lenses, and it makes everything just look nicer. So it works very well for weddings. Now, if you were to ask me, hey, Vu, I'm looking for a diffusion filter right now, right at this moment, should I get the Black Pro Mist or should I get the Freewell? I'm gonna be quite honest with you. The Freewell, to me, is just as good as the Tiffen Black Pro Mist, but what it brings is this added value. It brings this added functionality of, one, they all come with lens cap, right? And obviously, if sometimes you don't want to use the diffusion filter, you just take it right off. Especially if you want to show sharp details, you really want to get in and show, like, let's say for an example, maybe a situation where you're trying to show details of the bride's dress at a wedding film, or you're trying to show really sharp details of a car that you're shooting for like a car video or something like that, and you want all of the detail, all the sharpness as possible. You want to take the diffusion filter off, you don't sit there, fiddle with it, you don't sit there and screw it on off. You just take it right off, put it away, you're good to go, you're ready to rumble. And that's a huge plus for guys like us who are run and gun filmmakers. We're always shooting handheld. We're always, we got to be ready on the go. We got to be ready for the next shot on the fly. We have no time to waste, Wedding filmmakers, sometimes you have like 3 seconds to get ready before like something happens. You have to shoot. And this is where Freewell has just made this perfect system for guys like us, So that is that. Highly recommended. I do want to make a full-blown comparison, in terms of image and stuff with Tiffen Black Pro Mist and versus the Freewell. So whatever you want to see in that video, please put in please let me know in the comments below. But overall, if I were to tell you today which filter you should pick if you want a mist filter that is good value, around $100, I would go for the Freewell Mist filters, no question. Like there's nothing wrong with Black Pro Mist. If you have Black Pro Mist filters already, you're satisfied with it, good for you, no problems. But if you're definitely looking for a better setup for yourself, in my opinion, better, well-built system, more value added for your money in terms of, like I said, the magnet system. It even comes with like a hard case. It comes with also like microfiber towel. Like literally like the Tiffen Black Pro Mist, it comes with just like the plastic Tiffen case, which is not really a case you should be transporting stuff in, and the filter itself. That's all it comes with. This Freewell comes with a whole complete package. It's fantastic. And just to prove it to you, I have one here. I'm currently rocking 4 Freewell Mist filters on 4 of my lenses. The one I'm filming with right now is obviously not being shown, but that's the 24mm GM. I have 82mm on my 24-70 DG DN. DN stands for D's nuts. 62 on my 65 DG DN. DN stands for D's nuts. And of course the 85 DG DN. DN stands for D's nuts with a 77mm filter. There's a lot of nuts. Most people only have 2 nuts. I got 4. Well, there's just 3 nuts because that's a GM. GM stands for got money, because you could afford GM glass from Sony, you got money. That's what it stands for. So that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful for you to make a purchase, a business decision. And until next time, lighten up.